Hello and welcome to this Taste Challenge special. Can't go on too long. We have college football and professional Major League Baseball starting soon. Ooh, what happened to this? All right, so we have two American blended whiskeys. This is Bellows. Company was founded in 1850, but it's under the ownership of Luxco today. And they're under the ownership of Midwest Grain Products. So these companies get bought out and they get bought out and they get bought out and they get bought out, they get bought out, they get bought out. But this is I'm saying around 1994 version. I don't know exactly, but it looks like a 1994 bottle, give or take. It's under the days of the Beam Company. This is when Bellows was owned by Beam. You can tell because it's that old mid-90s conical bottle. And it also gives away some clues, such as blended and bottled at Frankfort and Clermont, Kentucky, which is two big Beam Suntory distilleries and bottling plants. Bellows and Company, an honored name since 1830. That's a true story. It really is a company going back to 1830. But they never made whiskey or gin or bourbon or brandy. They just had it made for them. They were a wine and spirits merchant, which is a common thing because if you look at J&B, Justerini and Brooks, they don't make their own whiskey. They don't make their own wine. They just have it procured for them. But no big deal. If it tastes good, well, shouldn't matter, But here's an oddity. This stunned me. Last week, I was like, Seagram's 83, American. Now, I knew about the Seagram's 83 Canadian whiskey. I was pretty well familiar with that. I didn't know the whole history, but now I know it was introduced in 1983 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the founding of the Seagram's Rye Distillery in 1883. Okay, in Canada. All right, Dominion of Canada. But I didn't think much about it. But I was at Dorgnac's food store in Metairie, Louisiana. It's a French word, means like the little farm, little private farmland, the Metairie. But I was in Metairie, and so I'm looking around, as usual, and I said, at first I was shocked. Like, I don't mean I was stunned like when Alanis Morissette hit in 1995. Man, I was shocked by that, I mean, that knocked me for a loop. Couldn't get over that. That was something, But isn't it ironic that I was so I was at Dorgnac's and I see Seagram's 83. But I said, why is it in the American whiskey section? Then I realized, it's an American version of the 83 from Canada. And I thought to myself, I know this is going to be a cheaper version because I know Sazerac. So I said, I'm not paying $12.99 for a little old regular bottle. But then they had the handle, the beautiful plastic PET, right? Polyethylene tetrahydrate thing that they call that for $19.99. I said, well for $19.99, and that turns out to like $6.37 a bottle, regular size bottle. I said, yeah, I'll do it, And it's so Sazerac-y. It says whiskey with natural flavors and caramel color. I can't really dog them for that though, because at least they're telling you, A lot of companies won't tell you. They'll be cagey about it, like this premium whiskey, But Sazerac, they got no shame. They'll just say, yeah, it's got natural flavors added and caramel color, meaning it ain't really that dark. Let's see comments. Daryl Macia says, good afternoon, Ronald. Good afternoon to you. It's evening time now here. And I got to go put on the football and end the baseball, end the football, end the baseball. Olive Fire says cheers. Cheers to you. So yeah, I was stunned. I mean, I was shocked, but I bought it. You know, I'm glad. I'm glad, really. But like I said, I wasn't as shocked as when I saw Alanis Morissette hit like a thunderbolt in '95. I didn't know what to make of that. But you know, we could say a lot about that. All right. Anyway, it's not like a black fly on my Chardonnay, but I'm getting to the end of this stuff. It'd be another year or two though. This stuff is nasty. I got to be honest. But I saw they had it on the shelf at Chinese King. They probably ended. They probably got rid of the bottle, used it all, and said, "We ain't never buying it again." It's just harsh. But then I retract my statements as I make my statement. Eating some Popeyes Louisiana chicken and livers. Oh yes. What about the gizzards? What about the gizzards? All right. Anyway. Oh golly. This is comical. Look how dark this is. Do you think this whiskey is really that dark? I got news for you. No, wrong. They're adding caramel. Now, this Bellows, well, it does say on the bottle it's aged at least 4 years. I'm talking about the straight whiskey in there, not the grain spirits, which are unaged, raw, unlike Ireland, Scotland, and Canada, where they have to be aged at least 3 years. But in the United States, they have to be aged at least no seconds. Like literally, they don't have to be aged even a second. You say that's wrong. That's just not right. Well, that's the law. I didn't make the law. After 4 years, no, I still don't think it would be that dark if it's 80% grain spirits. But maybe it is, but I don't think it is. Do they add any blending sherry flavorings to it? Well, you see, in the United States, you don't have to disclose that. Sazerac does do it, but other companies like Heaven Hill, sometimes they say it. Beam, they really never say it. So it's just up to them, you know, really what they want to say. We're not dealing with straight bourbon here. If it's straight bourbon, no way. No flavorings can be added. No coloring can be added. Blended bourbon, well, now that's a horse of a different color. I'm glad I didn't buy any of it. Thanks for the review. Oh, you're welcome. Haha. First time trying the deep fried livers. I thought my little dog would like them. Well, my father loves chicken livers, so and turkey and gizzards. I like the gizzards all right, but the livers, well, I'll eat them. You know, it's not kosher. All right. Tomorrow night around this time, but actually at 5:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern, 4:30 Mountain Time, and 3:30 what they call that Pacific Time. We're going to do Fandango Friday. Any liquor or liqueur? I don't know what's going to come out of that bucket. There's about 4 liquors and about 16 liqueurs, so most likely a liqueur, but you don't know until you do that. All right. Well, I got to go quick. Those games are starting. It just smells like wood. All kidding aside, and I tend to do that too much, but like wood, oak, vanilla. In reality, if you gave that to somebody blind, you said, "What do you think this is?" they would, and you told them, just smell it, just smell it. This is a game I play. I got problems. I play these games. They would maybe, humor you and say, okay, I'll play along. But they might be good natured and play along because it would be fun. They might be like, oh yeah, okay, it smells like, they might say, it smells like bourbon. You drink bourbon? And you tell them, I got a lot of bourbon. You're deflecting like you didn't answer the question, and you're trying to get their mind off that it's not straight bourbon, it's blended. They said, do you drink bourbon? And you said, I have a lot of bourbon. See what I mean? It's misdirection. All right, but then they smell this one. Oh, that smells like, caramel whiskey. Like you don't know what it smells like. It's so bizarre. It's got to be the flavored one, the 83, Seagram's 83. Seagram's, you say, that's an old company. Yeah, it's out of business for the last 20. Yeah, Seagram's went out of business in 2000. I'm sorry, 2000. What happened was they had a problem, meaning that their outlays were higher than their receipts. In other words, they were spending more than they were taking in. A real bad problem, especially when you can't meet your notes. You say your notes. Yeah, like Seagram's, like most companies and most people owe money. They have to pay a debt every month, but they couldn't meet the note. So then the creditors say, well, they're like Maury, in Goodfellas. They want their money. I want my money. I want my money. So the people that own Seagram's said, well, what we'll do is we'll just sell the entire company, all the assets, the rights to the brands, names, the rights to the recipe, all the distilleries in Arkansas, Indiana, England, Scotland, Canada. We'll sell all the products like Seagram's Ginger Ale, Seagram's VO, Seagram's Seven Crown. And so it was like a yard sale. All the other liquor companies came up there and was like, ooh, and they bought that stuff 10 cents on the dollar, So apparently it was a big, bad problem. So for Seagram's, not for the people buying it. Did that help me out? Well, it didn't help. Well, it didn't help or hurt because I'm not involved in Seagram's operations then or now. So it just, I would say 99.9% of consumers have no idea what happened. They don't read the business section in the newspaper. And as far as the average consumer is concerned, Seagram's is still a company. Like I hear people say, I like Seagram's. They make good products. And I just say, okay. I don't bring it up like, well, Seagram's gin and Seagram's vodka and Seagram's whiskey and Seagram's this ginger ale. It's all different companies. Because it's going to go over. They don't care. All right. You say they don't care. Right. Exactly. Fake. Yeah. Hey, Ron, I like Canadian whiskey. I just got a handle of Windsor. I like Windsor. And that's owned by Beam Suntory. Talking about Beam here at this in a tangential way. So, yeah, Beam does own Windsor Canadian. Oh, wait, never mind. Kill. They sold that last year to, or year before last. I think it was last year. They sold it to they're in Princeton, Minnesota, United Beverage Group. Yeah. So yeah, never mind. Windsor Canadian is under a new ownership. They still make it for them, They still make it at Alberta Distillery. I don't know why they do these things. I really don't have any concept of these business moves, if it's good or bad or neutral. But yeah, so you can look at, just get on Google or Bing Crosby, or Yahoo, and look up Windsor Canadian, and it'll direct you right to that company in Princeton, Minnesota. And they talk all about it. They got a light version also. There's a cherry added, cherries. So yeah. Windsor Canadian, really famous since 1880. 1880. All right. I like it, but mine's all gone. I drink it all. Would you be taking an hour or so just to educate someone about something that they really probably wouldn't truly be interested in learning about? No, I wouldn't take an hour. I wouldn't even take 5 minutes. When I get the impression that people are not interested, I'll drop it and move on. Yeah, they did sell it. Beam Suntory sold it. Yeah. That was big news. About, like I said, about like a year ago. All right. I know where to buy Alberta Premium. Alberta Premium, still under the Beam Suntory umbrella. $24.99 for straight rye whiskey. I might buy it, but I'm going to check around. I don't need it right now, but that's a good price, I think. Yeah, it smells regular. Yeah, doesn't smell regular. It smells like creme brulee. I know that's the Seagram's 83. I'm going to tell you right now. Let's get this going. Let's get this done. We got a little time, not much. All right. Bellows. I've said some bad things about this product in the past. I'm gonna tell you the truth, but maybe it gets better when you get to the bottom of the bottle. It tastes like vanilla right now. It tastes like vanilla and oak. That's a good thing, right? Vanilla, oak, whiskey, American, bottled in Kentucky. Da, 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 da. All right, so yeah, it's tasting pretty nice right now. Age 4 years. Yeah. Is it better than Jim Beam? Like I said, who used to make it? I wouldn't go that far. It's not worse. I only paid $8.99 for that liter bottle. How you like that? $8.99 for that liter bottle, and I got the last one. There was like 2 bottles left. I got one of the last ones. Look how deteriorated this label is. You know, that thing was in a warehouse for like 20 years. But that was cool because I love finding artifacts. I don't think it's produced anymore, actually. But I could be wrong because these companies put out so many products that they don't acknowledge on their website. Club Whiskey from Bellows, meaning from Jim Beam, meaning now from Luxco, MGP. I mean, it's all right. I mean, if you like Jim Beam with the wood, you're probably gonna like this, but maybe this is smoother. I don't know. It's all right though. Now let's go to the other one. The Seagram's 83. Look at the darkness coming on here. Nightfall so early now. 83. 83 proof. Sazerac. I don't know, man. They got a really strange approach to production. It tastes like coffee, creme brulee, grain spirits. You know what it tastes like? Coffee, creme. I'm thinking of something else. It tastes like a doggone what they call that stuff. Let's see, coffee creme brulee. I had it in my head, but it went away. I don't know, too much whiskey. Oh, but yeah, but it you would never, never, no way, you would never drink this and think, oh, what bourbon is this? No, you would not. You would say, what weird product is this? That's what you would say. You would not say, what is this bourbon? I wouldn't say it. You might. I wouldn't say it. I don't think you would say it. Doesn't smell like bourbon. It doesn't taste like bourbon. And nowhere on the label does it acknowledge having any connection to bourbon. All it says is American whiskey with natural flavors, and who knows what those are, and caramel color, and it says 83 proof, blended and bottled by the 83 Distilling Company, Louisville, Kentucky, which is not a real name because the company, it says right below, Sazerac.com, which is a real company. Today, might not be tomorrow. Is this worth $19.99 for a handle? It is worth it if you have a high tolerance for strange things. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like if you can tolerate very odd products. If you're a stickler to like authentic flavors, like, you know, bourbon needs to taste like this and Canadian whiskey like this, French brandy like this, well, yeah, this is going to be just a fiasco. Am I sorry I paid $19.99 for this? But I'm not sorry. I'm actually happy I bought it because it's so bizarre. It just brings in a lot of discussion points, like for videos. It's like, well, what were they thinking? Like, and what is this supposed to be? And then you could ask, is this any way related to the Canadian 83, Seagram's 83? It might be. I don't know if the Seagram's 83 in Canada has these wild, I would call them wild, bizarre flavors. It's under the Sazerac umbrella. Might still be made by Crown Royal. I know it was made by Crown Royal, so I know this ain't. But I just don't know what to say about that. If it's good, bad, neutral. I've never watched a video for the Seagram's 83 Canadian, and I've never read a single review, so I don't know what it's supposed to be. But Shane Giggy, who's a member of Alcohol Eggs, again on Facebook, he says, yeah, it's a pretty quality product in Canada, but still, you don't have the reference point, so you don't know how it's supposed to taste, you know. So, but this is strange. Oh, I haven't revealed yet. Do I have it right? Wouldn't that be ironic? Like I was talking about Alanis Morissette earlier. Oh yeah, there's no way I'm getting it wrong. It's not going to happen. It's not possible. It cannot happen. There is no way in this world or the next that you're going to taste Seagram's 83 American and confuse it with another blended whiskey. I mean, I'm trying to think of scenarios when that would happen. No, it's not going to happen. It can't. Even if you're like a novice, you never tried whiskey. If you just taste these and a few others, you're never going to confuse it. No, I can't see that happen. All right, let's see. Butch says, wow, I didn't know they sold it. That's interesting. Maybe they have to have a higher proof in order to detract from its flavor. Molasses. I don't know what they got to do. Joseph Appleton says Jack Daniel's Triple Mash or Jack Daniel's Bonded, both 100 proof. I'm sure they're very nice. I don't have them. I'm so backlogged. It's going to be, let's see, it's 2022. Check back with me in 2037 and we'll talk about it. Hector Lopez says Ronald just picked up Burger King Ghost Pepper. It's pricey, but it tastes good. Picked up 24-ounce can of Budweiser too. Well, I would like to try the ghost pepper from Burger King, and I would like to try all those specialty chicken sandwiches because I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff. Man, you're pumping out the videos like crazy today, says Shane. Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm about to go watch. Oh, it's time now. The game's about to start. Yeah, well, no big deal, Shane. No big deal. Any tequilas and mezcal, says Hector. Oh, well, I have a lot of those. And they're coming up in November, December. Yeah, definitely. They're coming up. I only have one new mezcal left, but I can get those. I hate to pay too much, but yeah, I can get those. Tequila, well, of course, I've got years backstock. Like I've got enough backstock of tequila to go for years. So, but mezcal, yeah, that'll last me another 6 months. But yeah, I gotta buy some more. But no big deal. $24 low. Uh, we'll see what happens. All right, have a good evening, Ron. I hope it's a good game. Thank you. Well, games plural because I'm looking at more than one. I never said it was a big deal. Just stating the obvious. Oh no, no, I'm not implying that you said it was a big deal. It is obvious. Yes, it is obvious. Yes. Anti-war. Yep, I was over there churning them out, and I'm gonna churn some more out too. Actually. Not today, of course. I never thought I'd say this, but I think I'm going to go with the club whiskey. Yes, Bellows Club Whiskey is the winner today. And shockingly, but that's the whole thing about the taste challenges. You never know what's going to happen till you actually do the challenge. And you can have a lot of preconceived notions. And I know I'm guilty of that, of course, but and so are you. You are guilty of that. But Bellows Club Whiskey, would I recommend it? No, because you can't get it. It's out of production. I don't think it's still made. Now, you say, yeah, but what if it was still made? If it was still produced, yeah, I would recommend it if you could get a bottle for a low price. Now, I got this liter bottle for $8.99, so I'm pleased with it. Now, if I saw a liter for $12.99, yeah, that's where I would start to debate. Like, I don't know. I got to think about it. Like I did with that Diageo blended whiskey, I kept thinking about it. And next time I went back to that store, it was all gone. I didn't really get brokenhearted over that because it's called Well Made blended whiskey. I thought his price point was high. And I never saw any other liquor store sell it, which was telling me it was a flop. So yeah, if some people want to buy, good, go ahead, pay $12.99 for a 750. But this is yeah, if you see a liter for $8.99, you gotta buy it. If you see it for $9.99, you probably should buy it. If you see it for $10.99, it would be a good option. $11.99, you might want to question it. $12.99, you might want to really think about it. And $13.99, don't buy it. So there's your price point evaluation scenario. Seagam's 83. We already went through that, so chances are you're not going to see it. But who knows in the world of Sazerac, their mystical world, Sazerac's mystical world. But yeah, as far as authentic flavor, clearly, the Bellows Club Whiskey is head and shoulders above the Seagram's 83 American. I can't speak for the Canadian. I was talking about Shane Giggy earlier about that, but I mean, the club whiskey is got vanilla, oak, all sorts of bourbon, like stereotypical bourbon flavors. And like I said earlier, much earlier in the video, if you gave this to somebody blind, they would more than likely think you were just giving them a bourbon whiskey to drink, even though it's only 20% straight bourbon. So, yeah, the clear and present winner, Bellows. Wow. And I probably got 3 taste challenges left for it. And then it'll all be gone. I'll never buy it again. I'll probably never see it again. Most viewers will say no one cares because we don't even get it and we don't care about that product. Okay, but it is a historical product. Now, Seagram's 83, the NKOTB. You say NKOTB? Yeah, the new kid on the block. This is a very strange product. I'm not going to sit here and say it's offensive because it is not. It's different. It's a bit strange. I understand why it's so cheap. I'm gonna cry now. I'm not really. That was an act. See, that's the part where we do the act. But yeah, I mean for $19.99, if you want to try something queer, odd, weird, strange, unusual, aberrant, yeah, it's worth it. Assuming you like to try products that have those descriptors I said beforehand. I went and bought 2 wines at Aldi today. Two wines. Cost me 43 cents a bottle. That's a true story. That is a true story. I bought 2 full-size bottles of wine at Aldi, Moscato and Pink Moscato. They had more options than that. I could have bought more than that, but I said, I like Moscato, you know. So I bought those 2, and I paid 43 cents per bottle. And that is a true story. All right, comments. So Club Whiskey is the winner. Okay, we got to go back here. Let's see. Have a good evening. Yeah, the game. I'm going to watch the game right now. I never said it was a. Oh yeah, that was we already talked about that. Must have posted at least 2 today on anti-war. I did do 2 on anti-war. Those are good videos. I really enjoyed doing those. Shane says, either way, I enjoyed the content. Thank you. Don Julio Tequila and Añejo, says Joseph. I would buy that, but I'm so backlogged on tequila that it's not going to happen in any reasonable close time period. It's going to be 10 years from now. 10 years. Don Julio, 10 years. 10 years. Even if somebody gave it to me, it would be 10 years because I'm so backlogged. I'd like to send you a bottle of the Canadian 83, but I'm not one of those cranks who make promises and can't fulfill them. Yeah, I know about those cranks. I had a guy do the same thing to me. We'll talk off air, Shane, because I ran into the same problem, but I didn't get upset like you did. He got upset. I didn't get upset. I didn't care. Buy 2 bottles because it may not be there next time. Right. That's true. I've seen a 5th or a 750 milliliter bottle of their 83 here in Michigan for $6.99. Oh, for $6.99? Yeah, I'd buy it. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's worth that. $7.99? Oh yeah, buy it. Buy it. I just didn't have a good feeling about getting it, so I didn't. And you are a historical genius. I'm not a genius. I'm not a genius. Yeah, I would buy it. Yeah, for $6.99. Yeah, I'd get it. Yeah. Bubba was my nickname growing up. Bubba. Well, you might actually cry if you got too wild with that bottle. I would probably cry. I would cry. I probably will cry tonight. Cardinals versus New Orleans. Yes. There's a cat ringing the bell. Oh Lord. I bought 2 bottles of vermouth yesterday, but they weren't under. Well, no, I mean I get prices that are outrageous. Vermouth. I like vermouth. Panthers rule says hope Robbie Anderson thrives in Arizona. Nobody ever truly deserved to go through this horrible organization we currently are under. Yeah. Yeah. Well, the Ryan's Irish Cream at $8.99 is just as good as the Bailey's at $23.99 when used mixed. Oh, well now. JBD says that the Ryan's. Now let's think about that. Let's think about that. Ryan's Irish Cream. Oh, I'm sorry, Irish Style Cream. Irish Style Cream is just as good as Bailey's. But Bailey's is $23.99 and Ryan's is $8.99. Oh, I can get it for $9.99. I'm watching the new Halloween movie. Oh no, no. The wonders of living in a state that doesn't care if you drink alcohol couldn't be me. Yeah, well, Louisiana it's better in the way because it's so liberal that you don't do too much because it's not like a treat. Well, Ron, you're always good for a laugh. I am always good for a laugh and a very important insight. The cat knows it's game time. She's ringing the bell because she wants to lay on that bed. I've been subscribed to the channel for years. Your insights on history are profound, says JBD. Thank you. Yankees 0, Astros 0, top of the first. All right, and that's it. We're out of here. Yankees, Astros, college football. We got to get out of here. So the winner is Club Whiskey. I don't know if you'll see it, but well, you might. You know this weird liquor world. If you live in Louisiana or well, Texas seems strict, but they're not as strict as you would think. So you might find it home run, home run. Cheers, Joe. All right, we out of here. Home run, home run.